it's your boy Deuces, and today we are making a tier list. Now, we are gonna make it for the Resident Evil franchise, one of my favorite horror gaming, if not my favorite horror gaming franchise of all time. Now, let's just hop right on into it with the first game being. I don't recognize it. I don't recognize that game. So, I'm gonna make the F section. Can I retype that? Gonna put no F section, just haven't played. So I'll make that little section, put a little accent, so it'll stop saying I don't know how to spell, and then I'll put that there. Boom. Alright, so we're gonna go to the actual first Resident Evil that I ever played. We are looking at Resident Evil HD Remake. Because I believe, do we have the original Resident Evil on here? Yeah, we do. Okay. So, Resident Evil Remake was my first ever game. I played it on the GameCube, and it was my second game after Smash Bros, which was the first game I ever got on the GameCube. So, yeah. This game is one of my favorite games of all time, and I wouldn't be who I am without it. So, I'm going to instantly put it in the S tier. Because I still play this game to this day, and I've been playing since I was 5 years old. So 17 years of me playing this game, and I still don't get bored of it. Across generations, this game still is but the funnest Resident Evil to me, and that includes the new remake, which is actually next. Resident Evil 2 remake. This game was really good, but the thing is once you beat the gameplay is really repetitive on it. That is the major thing with the older Resident Evils. Uh, the um, the the gameplay is just so repetitive. Like once you beat RE2, the replay value is just kind of not there unless you do the second act. Unlike unlike Resident Evil 1, where if you come back and do it a little faster or come back, there's always things to come back. There's a harder difficulty. There's invisible zombies mode. There's ticker mode. There's all this extra stuff, and it's sad that RE2 didn't have any of that. Though we did get the episodes that are a lot of fun, it still doesn't match up to the original fun of this game right here, the first one. I don't know. It's still a fun game, and I have a lot of fun with it. But in the end, it's kind of flawed, especially compared to the original RE2. So I'm gonna put it in A. Let's see, Resident Evil Gaiden. Man, this game was trash. This game was absolute garbage. Imagine Resident Evil tank controls put onto a mobile device. It's just horrible. What is this? Resident Evil Outbreak Files. I never played it. Um, the Umbrella Chronicles is a game I've also never played. I also never played that. Skip right past those. I have played Resident Evil Revelations 2. I'm gonna skip that, and this game was trash. Those are easy picks, so I just got them out of the way. Um, RE2 is a really criminally underrated game because it is fully co-op and one person is offensive and the other person is kind of just assist. Like if you play Barry, the little girl just kind of attacks zombies with bricks, and she can see the zombies through walls, and she can point them out to Barry. That way he can shoot them. So if you play it with a friend, the game's actually really easy, as well as the storyline being a lot of fun. Great graphics, and a lot of people complain about the episodic release, but I honestly enjoyed it, and it kept me yearning for more and more episodes. Um, Criminally underrated game, but like 2, it lacks from replay value. You can't really do nothing much different when you come back and play, and once you beat it, you beat it. That's it. This game does include a pretty decent online mode and a horde mode, though, compared to Resident Evil 2. But overall, I can't put it on the same tier as Resident Evil 1. What's this? The original RE3 Nemesis. This game I have not played in years, and I'm pulling a blank on it. Like I can't remember if it was one of my favorites. I really can't wait for Resident Evil 3, the new one, or because I just have I'm gonna put in the haven't played because I just it's not that I haven't played it period. It's just that I haven't played it in a really long time. RE6. I'm actually currently in the middle of playing this game again, but RE6 is to me it is not as bad as everyone says, though I see why they shit talk it. The game does not feel like a Resident Evil whatsoever. It feels like a completely different IP. The online is very broken and incapable, and just overall, it's you have to have a friend to play this game, or else it gets really boring really fast. Just overall, so I'm gonna leave it in B. It may get bumped to C later on. We'll see, but right now I'll put RE6 at B because I didn't hate it as much as everybody else, but I didn't exactly like it like enough to put it next to these two games. Like that would be offending myself. RE7, I I somewhat liked the direction they took because it felt like a PTRE mix, and I just really overall enjoyed that. So I'm gonna put it in B as well, though it is better than 6 because I just didn't. I enjoyed it, but I did not enjoy it as much as Revelations 2 and Resident Evil 2. Ooh, this is a good one. Resident Evil Code Veronica X. This game is a timeless classic. I have to put this game in S. This game is awesome. There's so many different routes you can take, and the way the game design is extremely innovative for Resident Evil. Like there's areas where, like at the very beginning, you have to go grab something from inside the place, but there's a metal detector, and you gotta put all your shit, anything metal, which would be guns or knives or anything to defend yourself. You basically got to put your whole loadout into a drawer and go into a zombie infested office, grab what you need, and get out as fast as you can before you die, because you're not gonna be able to do anything because you have all your shit in that drawer. That's only one example, but Code Veronica X design wise is awesome and very innovative. If you haven't played it and you enjoyed the first one and the second one, the old second one, not this one, you'll absolutely love Code Veronica. Resident Evil 1, the original. Now, I am only going to put it in A because it hasn't exactly aged the best, but without this game, we wouldn't be doing this video. Like, this game is Resident Evil. Like, that's it. Like, it's the original Resident Evil. We wouldn't have Jill Sandwich. We wouldn't even have this without this. So the only reason it's getting put in A is because it's still an enjoyable and amazing game, but it has really the times have really hit it hard. So I'm gonna leave it at B. I mean A. Resident Evil Revelations 1, I did not like as much as the second. I found it to be quite boring. I'm gonna put it in C. Simply because I found it to be it was okay. Let me think for a second. It was a good game, good like with a question mark, because it wasn't as good as enjoyable as these two, but it was still a lot more enjoyable than these two. You feel me? So I'm gonna leave Revelations at C. Gun Survivor I never played. It's another game I never played. Um, Resident Evil 2, the original, was an amazing game with a lot of different. I honestly feel that original RE2 is still better than 2 remake because there's a lot of features in this game. Like if you take ammo in certain spots in 2, it won't be there if you come back as Claire, and vice versa. Like the game is pretty intertwined as well as just being an awesome game. Uh, Without this, we wouldn't have this, and it's crazy that I still find myself coming back to this game right here. It's one of my only. It's my favorite game on my Vita. It's probably the only game I've never deleted off my Vita, cause it's just that addicting. I could get freaking caught on that game for hours if I don't watch myself. So we're gonna move on to Operation Raccoon City. I have this game, and I do not like it whatsoever. I think the gameplay sucks. It does not feel like Resident Evil, and I'm gonna just place it here. It definitely belongs in these trifold because the game was just absolutely horrid. Uh, Resident Evil Outbreak, wasn't that the online game? Isn't this the online only Resident Evil, like from back in the day? Because if it is, I never played it. If not, then I don't remember it releasing. Uh, Resident Evil 4. People are gonna shoot me because of this, of where I'm gonna place this game. But I'm gonna put Resident Evil 4 at the front of B. And I know people are gonna what? Like I know. But listen, I don't enjoy this game as much as everybody. When they started going in the direction of RE4 is when I really started to not like the game as much as I used to, or the Resident Evil series as much as I used to. On top of just having to protect the president's daughter the whole game, and every dude just wants her cheeks, so it makes the game increasingly hard. The aiming at first is incredibly wonky. If you're used to, because you spent all this time getting used to this game's incredibly wonky game of shooting style. Like all the originals, you get used to their shooting style, and then this included. Then this game came out, changed up the shooting completely from one wonky gaming style to a completely other. So I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, I just can't. I enjoy it, just not as much as these three games. I found these three games to be awesome, but four is an okay Resident Evil to me. It's not like a super top tier one. I know a lot of people are gonna think I'm an idiot. Whatever. It's only my opinion. Don't let it take away from your enjoyment of the game. I just don't enjoy it as much as the next guy personally. Resident Evil 5. This game means a lot to me because it came out when I was a kid, and co-op games when you were a kid were the world. Because you and your friend would sit at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and 3 o'clock in the morning you're sitting here playing RE5. Like, that game meant the world to me. Um, I'm going to put it in the same category as 6, because 6 and 5 kind of go hand in hand. And I know someone's gonna be like, "You have 4, 5, and 6 in the same category." Yeah, I enjoy them all as much as each other. With 4 being the one I enjoy the most. I want to say, hold up, if I'm gonna fix this, let me put 6 at the end because 6 is almost C. I just like 6 more than Revelations, so it's not gonna get put there. Freaking Resident Evil 4 is just not these qualities. Like this is the game wholeheartedly done correctly, and Revelations 2 is a really underrated game, and this game is just a lot of fun as a remaster. So I mean it'd be an A minus for me. That's what I mean when I put it at the as the gatekeeper of B. But yeah, let's continue on. Resident Evil 0 is a really fun game as well, but it's not like the craziest, goodest game. Okay, I have way too many ones in B. I'm gonna put 0. Did I like 0 or 7 more? I like 0 because it had one play style, and I'm gonna bump 4 here to A because now I have too many on here. So boom, there you guys go. Four ends up in A. And Mercenaries 3D for the DS. I did have this game actually. I did have this game. It was only Mercenaries for the DS. Um, it was fun, but it's just Mercenaries. So I'm gonna throw it here with Revelations. Like it's a playable game, but nothing too crazy. And this is my Resident Evil tier list. Now I will probably do it again in a year's time, especially because we have RE3 remake coming out later this year, and probably I will play one of these games. Most likely not, but there's a chance I will play one of these games. So there's always a chance that I could do this list again and have more opinions on these games on the bottom. But besides that, this is my opinion on all the Resident Evil games. I hope you all enjoyed, and this has been SSX Deuces, or just Deuces now, and I'll see you guys next time.